What about the Greek crisis? What's going to be the impact of that? You know, it's here we are again, and you know they obviously have to restructure. They're getting aid from the European Stability Fund. There's a lot of discontent growing in many different countries. We have the True Finn Party in Finland, you know, making a lot of noise there, not wanting to support the bailout of Greece. How do you see that playing out?
I really don't know, and I mean, there has to be some sort of haircut, because as I think John Maldon always says it, this muddling through, you just cannot continue doing it, and I mean the structural problems in Greece, they don't get solved. We don't see any bigger reforms, and therefore I think, okay, sooner or later there has to be a decision. But the markets are already pricing, I think that the yields for the 2-year bonds are like 24%, so everybody already knows that they are kind of bankrupt.
Yeah. So in this environment, gold still makes sense as a safe haven?
Absolutely, yeah.
Until this crisis plays itself out and we go back to sound money, if we go back to sound money?
Hopefully we will.
What do you think about the euro? Are they going to, you know, try to bring back the inflationary pressures that are building everywhere?
Tough question. I don't know how it's going to develop. And I mean, honestly, I have to say that 3 years ago, who would have expected that S&P would downgrade the outlook for US bonds to negative?
Yes.
To negative view. Nobody would have expected it. And who would have thought, like 4 years ago, that the US Federal Reserve would have 1.2 trillion of mortgage-backed securities on their balance sheet. So expect the unexpected is kind of what's going on right now. And I think in this environment of uncertainty, you just want and you have to hold gold.
Yeah, physical gold, that's the safe haven.
Physical gold or gold money. And you're coming. No, I think I really don't like most of the ETFs and most of the certificates. I really like gold mining stocks, which is a completely different chapter, and we're seeing it right now, big underperformance of gold mining companies.
Yeah, the mining stocks here look very cheap relative to gold itself.
Exactly, yeah. There's also this uncertainty with QE2, how it's going to end. So I think the next few weeks we're really going to be volatile, and we've already seen it. So in this environment, I'd rather stay cautious, and for our recommendation for the stock markets is a neutral weighting right now, and I think on our next asset allocation perhaps we'll get more cautious and recommend underweighting equities, but I'm not really sure how it's going to work out. But as we've said before, probably there is going to be something similar to a QE program, but they'll just call it differently.
Yeah, it seems like it has to be, given the way the politicians are spending money in the United States.
And I mean, we've got elections next year, so pre-election years are normally really positive for stock markets and so for commodities. So I don't think that they're gonna let the stock markets drop significantly.
I agree with you. Ronnie, it's been a real pleasure to speak with you.
Thank you.
Ronnie Steffele from Erste Bank. We look forward to seeing your next report coming out.
Thank you very much.
What was that, the first?
4th of July.
4th of July.
Independence Day, but it's just a coincidence.
Okay, good. Thanks, Ronnie.